The name of a person was submitted for prayers in the Psalter, but then this person jumped out of the window. We prayed for him, and this was the tragic outcome. We already had an idea that something like this could happen. It seems that this person may have been entangled in certain sins to be led to commit suicide. This is not something that happens to anyone, it's clear now. But what should we do with his name? His name was submitted to the church. What we have to do now? Report it to the church. When we are informed that someone we prayed for a while, they were alive, has unexpectedly passed away, we are notified, and we begin praying for their repose. However, if someone took their own life, we know that the church doesn't commemorate such individuals in prayer. The church doesn't punish anyone, nor doesn't impose any kind of police measures. This is not the way of the church. Rather, it merely clarifies that suicide is a testament to a person's willful choice to follow the path to hell. Why we don't pray for those who commit suicide? Because they are not subject to God's judgment. They go directly to hell by their own will. There it's too late. If a person lives with God, no trial that they face would cloud their mind. Only someone who doesn't know God reaches such a state of utter despair. In the end, the root cause is godlessness, a life without God. Forgive me for sharing something personal, but I have thought about this, and I cannot imagine a situation where I would lay my hands on myself. And what kind of situation? I don't know. Something happens by chance, and God gives trials only to that extent that one can bear them. I've convinced myself of this many times in my life. Those who break are not the ones whom God has given an excessive trial, but those who pity themselves too much and out of pride refuse to endure what is asked of them. Those who are the ones who break, those are the ones who end up in a bad place. We're speaking now, and of course, we're speaking without judging anyone. This is not only about this particular person, but about everyone in general. This, too, serves as a testament when something like this happens. Now, I'll tell you another example of suicide. You can check this with yourself or with others. If someone once lets the thought of suicide enters their mind, but whatever reason does not follow through, it doesn't matter why. What will happen? This thought will start to pound in their head again, and the person will distinctly feel that this thought is not theirs, that it comes from somewhere outside. This is exactly how it happens. The demon is not foolish. He looks for each of our weak points. Oh, this person has already entertained thoughts of suicide. That's a weak spot, and he keeps pecking at it. That's another reason why this happens. We ourselves open the door for the demon to consume us. But how could someone who lives in the Orthodox faith, who lives with God, entertain such thoughts? Suicide only comes from despair. But how can one despair when the Lord is with them? I'll share with you something I've only spoken about out loud once before. This will be the second time in my life I say it. Those who misunderstand or judge me, I agree with them in advance. Given the deeds of my life, it's easy for me to accept that I should be in hell. I can even see myself in hell in my mind. That's not hard for me to imagine. But I can't imagine what it would be like to be there. Because even if I were in hell, I would still sing praises to God. I would still thank Him for everything. Yes, even for hell. I would accept what I deserved, but I cannot imagine it. For if someone in hell is glorifying the Lord, then it's no longer hell, in the full sense of the word.